So while watching the whole Rick Ross and 50 Cent drama, I realized that Rick Ross might actually be pushing like this woke objective. In reality, Rick Ross is expressing how 50 made a bad choice by getting the G-Unit Studios in Louisiana, and it was a cheap deal. Then he goes on to break down how when you got money, you can make purchases like the ones that he's working on in Miami, which is more about $6,500 per square foot. So let's get into this real quick, and then I'm going to break down how Ross' mind might be a little warped and might be a little woke. So let's break this down.
I can't really show you all this at the request of Architectural Digest, but it's a difference between renderings and when it's really going down. And it's a difference between real estate, let's say in Louisiana, and over here where it's $6,400 per square foot.
What this man is basically telling people right now, and the objective that this man is pushing, is that you need the industry and the system to succeed, and you will not succeed unless you take money from them to do that. With 50 Cent, he put $3.8 million into 900,000. He's talking about 15,000 square foot, and that's good. But when we look at, and he can do a lot of things with that as well. Well, let's not take away from what Ross can do with that property. He can. Spending $90 million in Miami with the property value is way up there. I mean, look what you're paying for. That $90 million, like you said, will get you 15,000 square feet, and I believe that Ross has a plan for that. But if you try to get that same property that he got in Louisiana and Miami, it's about $3 billion. If you would want to stay in Miami, and also you can't get year extensions. Like you can, like when you get your license. The licenses, the average license is 1 to 3 years on the license. Some people get 5, some people get 7. There's no 30-year extensions or any offers of you getting a 30-year extensions with your property in Miami. But when we look at 50 Cent, this man has 980,000 square feet, almost 1 million square feet. And he got it in Louisiana. And the thing that people are not realizing is that once he made this extension of the building, now we get into the part where that going against the industry.
And so a lot of people have been talking about, man, he's here only because they gave him a cheap deal or something like that. The reality is there's more to that deal than that. Way more.
They can't see.
Break that down.
I'm spending $20 million this year anyway in the same building that they're saying was the cheap building.
Right.
Indeed.
So find somebody else to spend $20 million. You don't have anybody to have enough.
I'm playing the lotto though.
That's what I'm saying. Okay. They don't have anyone that has enough production going on for them to just offset that.
And that's also another point. 80% you're going to be filming or working on here in Shreveport. Yeah. 80% of everything that you're doing. Right. That's huge. That's going to just inject a lot of more money into the city and into our infrastructure and everything of that nature. Right. So we are good to go.
Works out in your best interest. Anybody in the music industry, the film industry, can license this studio to do a whole a movie in there. Period. It can be done right at G-Unit Studios. Now, I'm not against Rick Ross as an artist, but as far as like pushing an objective on people, it's kind of crazy. They're really, like, you got to realize when you sign up for a lot of these deals, it's called recoup. Somebody's going to give you some money, and then you're going to have to pay that money back eventually. And that's just the way that it goes. So if you're ready to go that route, cool. Or you can maintain your bearings and hold on and ride the ride and make sure that everything is good. Let's keep listening to what Ross got to say, though.
So let's say if it's 6,400 per square, let's say you got 15,000 square foot to play with. You do the math, you may come up with, I don't know, 95 million.
This what he bought. So why everybody be talking about, oh, Ross, but yo, he bought 985,000 square feet.
Look at here. 985,000 square feet.
That's a lot, man.
60 feet, man.
That's a lot, bruh. Then, if you really want to be technical, Ross owns 24 wing stops. I looked it up. 1,000 to 2,000 square feet per wing stop. That means that he got about, let's just say on the high end, 48,000 square feet of property. He got 985,000. How many wing stops could you put in there? You understand where I'm coming from?
Out there in Louisiana where that cheapest land at, you thought you was going to be able to do it. You thought you was going to be able to get them loans, and it ain't. What's wrong? What's taking so long? I know you want to make your mama one of them walking stars thing put down there. Fuck how your mama live. Nigga, make her own walking star. Let me get one of them Bel Air bottles to hold up on these niggas. Man, you heard what I just said? Louisiana, don't quit like that, because you showed niggas the picture of how you wanted it to look.
See?
We call it renderings. You had the renderings, then you try to go get them loans, and ain't nobody loan you that money. You ain't even built the GU in the studio yet. That might be why when I stood next to Meech, your knees buckled.
See?
Your knees buckled. Put your back against the wall. Po nigga. You're po hustler.
This is that woke industry mindset, bro. I'm gonna break down what I feel is going on. Because exactly what he says, that same woke industry mindset of buying somebody masters, and we'll get into that in 1 second. Hold on 1 second.
50, who own your masters? Who own your masters? I buy your masters. You better shut up. I will buy your masters. Time for.
Now, I feel like that's that mindset. You know what I mean? Like, guys, listen, I'm going to just be honest with y'all. Business is all good, but do I want to be, and this is the choice I want y'all to ask for yourself. Do you want to be up under somebody's choice? Do you want to be up under somebody's vision? Because that's what's going to happen. When you're receiving money from these different entities, you have to realize that you are being controlled. There is no way you're not going to be controlled if I'm giving you $100 million of my money. If I'm giving you $100 million of my money, or any amount of money that I'm giving you, I'm going to control some of the narrative. And I think that with Ross, and I'm not saying he didn't make good decisions as far as money goes, he's worth $150 million, 50 has 60 million, they're saying. And he filed for bankruptcy, I think, in 2015. I'm saying on the long term, if you're thinking long term, then I'm going to go directly with the 50 Cent way. It's more ownership. You know, people can literally do a movie in the whole studio. You know, that's power. And then you already know, once you control the film, you control the message. And, you know, what approach do you think is right? You know what I'm saying? I'm taking my approach because I'm for the longevity. I'm about legacy. You know, I think a lot of people don't think about legacy. They think about the short term, and they don't think about the legacy. If you think about the legacy, then you won't have to worry about what's going to happen down the line. You know what I mean? There's a lot of different situations that show this narrative and that show this division between artists, and how one artist got one mindset on that and the other artist got a whole completely different mindset. I support what 50 Cent do, and that's why I support, you know, what Ross do, but it's a mindset, and you got to choose what side of the fence you want to be on. A lot of people want to be, you know, all woke and, you know, just willing to take a handout, and then you got the other people that's like willing to go the other way. It doesn't matter what people say. People said the worst things that they could say about 50 Cent, but look at what's going on. But anyway, let me know y'all view in the comments. Make sure y'all subscribe at the top bell. I'll see you on the next one. I'm out of here.